everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Hello Key Spilling Tea. Again and again and again. This is the space where we talk about issues that concern our community, our generation, and especially our future. I am Angelica Rivera.
And I am TJ Macaraeg, and for today's episode, we want to leave a lasting message to vote like your future depends on it. Because apparently it does.
Did you know John Lewis, a civil rights legend, once said, "The vote is precious. It is almost sacred." So, as voters, if we're holding that kind of power, how do we use it wisely?
Well, now that we are in a digital age, I am particularly curious about how media and information can be utilized to encourage youth voters to learn how to choose vote and vote wisely.
Is that so? Well, to satisfy your curiosity, today we're dividing into elections, candidates, and especially why young voters, yes, you, hold the power to shape our beloved country, the Philippines, for the better or for worse.
But before we get into the tea, Angelica, can we just say it's absolutely wild how many of us are voting for the first time?
Right? It's exciting but also kinda terrifying. Like, how do we even start choosing who to vote for?
To help us unpack all of that, we've invited two amazing YUM students as humanities and social science students. They've been navigating political platforms, media noise, and making informed decisions and choices with the help of the media.
Please let us welcome Lloyd and Kat.
Good day, everyone. I am Kathleen.
And I'm Lloyd. We are from 11 USA St. James, the son of Alpius. And it's such an honor for you guys to interview with us.
Very well. It is nice that both of you are young. Yet, you're open to political talks and very much aware of the issues that our country is facing.
As expected for a humanities student, let us now begin to spill unfiltered teas.
Alright. I have a question for our dear friend here who just turned legal age this year. Are you planning to register as a voter for the upcoming election?
Yes, I'm planning to register as a voter. I believe it is my responsibility as a citizen to take part in choosing the leaders who will shape the future of our country. My vote gives me a choice in the decision that affect our community.
As for me, I just finished registering yesterday. I really want to register immediately because I want to take part in the difference of our for our country. And as for me, I believe that every vote counts for each one of us.
That's inspiring to hear from both of you. It's not just about turning 18. It's about stepping into your role as a change maker.
Why do you think your votes are important? I'm talking about the young voters.
My vote is important because it contributes to determining who will lead the country or govern the country, which is the Philippines. Every vote can influence the results, so I can help by ensuring that I will be voting a good leader who has a good leadership, responsible and honesty that are the ones to be elected.
For me, votes are very important and crucial as a Filipino because it is our voice as a citizen. And I think that it is the rights of everyone that we should be having our own rights to vote for those people to govern our country with integrity and honesty.
Exactly. Your vote providing that young boys aren't just luck. They're powerful when used with intentions.
Of course, we do have standards for leaders. That being said, what qualities do you look for in the future leaders of our country?
Can I answer that question? Yes. I think that the most common or a person in the politics should have is they should have the transparency. They should be transparent and take accountability and true to their words because that as those are the qualities that a government or a person in the politics should have, and it's the basic qualities that they should be having because it is their role and responsibilities to lead our country with integrity and honesty.
I love that you mentioned transparency, Kat. In a time where misinformation spread fast, we need leaders who don't just talk, but show us the truth. Transparency builds trust, and trust builds a better nation.
I strongly agree with you that. However, how will we know if running candidates have those qualities? As a future voter, which media platforms would you use to learn more about the election candidates and why?
I think we should look at their past events because we can know through research and observation. We should look at their past achievements, experiences, and how they behave in public. And we should listening to unbiased news, like attending debates and checking verified information that can help us evaluate whenever they truly have the qualities that we are looking for a true leader because we should vote wisely.
Okay, I think that is a very good example. How about you, Kat?
I think that we should start by observing how they act, how they are true or consistent with their words, and especially what they've done before. Because as a voter, I'll use credible news sources and official news pages so that I can learn more about the candidates, and with that, I can vote wisely. Whom will I?
Then, for you, it is necessary to fact check and do background research on the candidates.
Yes, totally. I will use reliable media platforms like official government websites, credible news organizations, and educational channels because they provide a factual and verified information. I might also check candidates' official social media pages, but I will make sure to double and check the information to avoid fake news because misinformation spread nowadays.
Certainly, I agree with him.
How important do you think it is for you voters to do their own research?
Okay, you go first this time.
Oh, okay. I think that it is very important to voters to do their own research because misinformation can easily influence our opinions. So by researching, voters can make educate decisions and choose leaders who truly deserve their vote. That can bring positive changes to our country, the Philippines, and we should vote wisely because the issue that we faced last year is the conflict about our president and our vice president that we should think critically and vote wisely.
Well, as for me, it is really important because it is we are the ones who will be choosing our leaders, and every vote counts, meaning that if you vote incorrectly or if you were voting, you should know who are they and what they've done because you know that votes are very crucial, especially for solving our social issues that we're currently experiencing. And I think it's so important to do a research because with that we can know who to really vote and for the better and the prosperity of our.
I am sure that your insights influence many viewers. So, let us continue spill more tea.
That's right. I'm curious about how the media influence your political voice and act. Because for me, I scroll a lot of TikTok and I became aware of the recent event that took place in a Luneta, also known as a Rizal Park and EDSA Shrine. Because of TikTok, I stay updated of the happenings, when and where it will happen, and what is the purpose of the said gathering. Would you like to share your own experience?
Yes, during the rally last September 21 about corruption, I wasn't physically there, but I was able to support and watch live the media I heard about in the news, and I think it made me more aware, politically aware about what is really happening in our country. And I think it is very crucial that we should be aware of it because it is not just only those who are above are being affected, but each one of us in our country.
Mm, I learned about the voter registration and youth involvement in politics through social media campaigns. Those posts encouraged me to become more aware of my rights and responsibility as a future voter. And they helped me realize that even young people can make difference. And because I believe that the government has the power to change our lives. But we people has the power to change the government.
What message would you like to hear or share with our viewers or listeners?
My
My
message
message
that
that
every
every
Filipino
Filipino
should
should
use their
use their
vote
vote
wisely.
wisely.
Let us
Let us
not be
not be
easily
easily
swayed
swayed
by
by
popularity
popularity
or
or
fake
fake
news.
news.
Instead,
Instead,
let us
let us
study
study
the
the
candidates
candidates
carefully
carefully
and
and
vote
vote
for
for
leaders who
leaders who
have
have
genuine
genuine
concern for
concern
the
for the
people
people
and the
and the
country's
country's
future.
future.
Our
Our
vote is
vote is
our
our
power,
power,
so
so
let's not
let's not
waste
waste
it.
it.
For
For
me,
me,
I
I
think
think
the
the
only
only
thing that
thing
I
that I
want
want
everyone
everyone
to
to
hear
hear
about
about
is
is
that
that
we
we
should be
should be
really
really
wise
wise
and we
and we
should be
should be
aware
aware
about the
about the
things that
things that
are
are
happening in
happening
our
in our
country,
country,
especially that
especially
the
that the
government are
government
the
are the
ones with
ones
the
with the
power
power
to
to
change
change
our
our
future,
future,
just like
just
what
like what
Lloyd
Lloyd
said.
said.
But
But
I
I
think
think
that
that
it is
it is
also their
also their
responsibility
responsibility
to
to
distribute those
those
funds
funds
with
with
integrity and
integrity and
honesty
honesty
because
because
that
that
those
those
funds
funds
are
are
coming
coming
from
from
their
their
own
own
lavish
lavish
lifestyles,
lifestyles.
and
And
first of
first
all,
of all,
none of
none of
the
the
poverty
poverty
will
will
happen if
happen
they
if
were
they were
able to
able to
distribute the
distribute the
funds of
funds
the
of the
Filipino
Filipino
people
people
accordingly
accordingly
and
and
their
their
with
with
responsibility.
responsibilities.
Now that we've talked about politics such as elections, candidates, and how the media and information play a role in encouraging youth or new voters to be responsible and vote wisely.
But here's the takeaway: your vote isn't just a simple mark or doodle on a ballot. It's a message or a movement and a mirror of what you believe in. That's where you place your hope and dreams.
And so, if you're believing yourself and thinking, but I'm just one person, remember, movements don't start with the crowds. They start with the choices, with one person deciding to care, to act, to love, and to vote.
And the media, it's not just a noise or for posting your pictures whenever you're on vacation. It's a powerful tool. It's educate us, help us access information, fact check, and raise our voices that would otherwise be ignored.
Media and information guide us through chaos and those times, helping us discern truth from lies at some point, even mobilizing us from creating petitions to join online rallies.
However, it can also mislead. That's why we need to be critical, to be media and information literate that empowers technology for the betterment of the society. Stay loud, stay literate, stay digitally empowered. Use your tech, your voice, and your media smarts to shape their futures. Again, vote like your future depends on it, because it does. Peace out.